Jersey for Pope John Lions JV Lacrosse. Mike Formersano along with you, calling today's game as we're underway as the Pope John Lions are taking on the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles. Morris Knolls in their white uniforms going left to right. Pope John in their blue uniforms with golden helmets, the golden domes, and they're going right to left. The ball picked up by Pope John, and there's number 24, Zach Cash. He'll go ahead and give it off to number 19, Mike Marston, who took the first face-off of the game against Morris Knolls. This is the last home game for the JV team this year. They have one more game against Westfield on Saturday. Here's number 18, Evan Wyatt, over to number 10, Vic Fiore. We're not going to go through rosters right now with the rain and all the different conditions. We're just going to give you the names of the Pope John players as we go through the game, and then with numbers on the Morris Knolls side. So if you just missed the varsity game, the Pope John Lions defeated the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles 9-3 to finish their season at home with a perfect record, and they're 16-1 overall with one more road game to go. And they win the Waterman Division outright, 7-0 record, one game ahead of Scotch Plains Fanwood as they beat them earlier this season at Scotch Plains to win the division. Here is Fiore. Pass over to Wyatt. Number 13 takes a whack on him. Fiore. Back to Wyatt. Back to Fiore. Down low to Andrew Gallant. Now in front, Aiden DiOlivo rings the post. Goes out of bounds. Pope John's closest. DiOlivo right off the left post there. Pass to Gallant, 22. In goal for Pope John today, number 55, Owen Houle. Backed up by number 31, Michael Formersano. Here's number 8 for Morris Knolls, racing up the field on the left side, past Andrew Jessamaria. And Jessamaria gets a piece of it, knocks it loose. Zach Cash now with it. Pass up to Connor Clifford. Clifford, number 17. Pass down to Gallant. Fires, score! Andrew Gallant, right in the middle of the net. Pass the goalkeeper, number 34, Morris Knolls. And the Pope John Lions take a 1-0 lead. Gallant from Clifford with 7:33 to go in quarter number 1. And Pope John leads 1-0. Goalkeeper is Jack Gordon, right? Yeah, that's right. I remember number 30 from the game that he was in against Mount Olive that I saw a few weeks ago. So the goalkeeper, I know the goalkeeper's name, Morris Knolls, Jack Gordon. Other than that, I'm just going to go with numbers. So 7:08 to go now on the running clock here. 10-minute quarters in JV Lacrosse. Marston will take the draw against number 18 for Morris Knolls. Head coach of the JV team is Mike McGovern. Marston with the ball. Infraction against Morris Knolls, so the Lions will start up with it. Here's Clifford, number 17, over to Gallant. Back to Clifford. Clifford with a pass over to Perella. Justin Perella, it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Morris Knolls' possession. Lions started off great in the regular season, won 4 of their first 5. Hit the skids a bit midway through, but they have played better lately, so.
Nice clear, Jack Gordon.
Here's the shot by number 25, the shot score, past Owen Houle. With 6:10 remaining, and Morris Knolls ties the game. Number 25 from 29, and it's 1-1.
Nice pass, Jack Gordon.
So now the face-off at midfield. Marston will take the draw for Pope John. On defense today, number 51, Andrew Jessamaria, 28, Jacob Post, and number 24, Zach Cash. Yeah, Clifford, Marston, and number 16, Amir Young in there on the midfield. And then Perella, Gallant, and DiOlivo on attack. Ball knocked loose by Marston. Just over the line. And an infraction against Pope John, so Morris Knolls' ball. Gallant with the goal for Pope John, and then Morris Knolls ties it We are deadlocked at 1 here. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Here's number 29 with it. Pass over to 24. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., we'll be here for girls lacrosse, the home finale for the Pope John Lady Lions. They will host Immaculata. Pope John Lady Lions and girls lacrosse have been playing a lot better lately, and 10-7 overall, 6-1 in the Colonial Red. And great job by head coach Rob Zawicki and his Lady Lions getting back into the thick of things before the state tournament. Then Saturday, 11 a.m., we'll be at the softball field as we will be there for senior night and the home finale for the softball team, the Lady Lions hosting Immaculata. Pope John winning the Hunterdon Warren Sussex softball title this past Monday against Hunterdon Central, 3-1. Congratulations to them, as we'll see them on Saturday. Boys lacrosse, the varsity, 100 Warren Sussex against Voorhees a couple of weeks ago. Pass up to Clifford. Connor Clifford with it now. So 200 Warren Sussex champions in the spring. Boys lacrosse, girls softball. And a finalist in girls basketball in the wintertime, too. So we don't want to forget about that. Unfortunately, upset by Sparta in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex final. Now, that team had a great season. Peter Torres doing a great job with the girls basketball team. Led by Katie O'Keefe, the senior, along with Mercy Captoni. Mia Washington will be back for her senior year next year. Natalia Nokovich, the freshman. Kelly Fitzmaurice. Caitlin O'Malley. Great team. They had a fantastic season. Overtime win against Immaculate Heart to get them to the sectional final against Morris Catholic, who was the number 1 team in the country, not just the state, the country. And Morris Catholic won in the sectional final, which, what do you got to do? They were 27-0. Here's Morris Knolls, number 29. They had the boys lacrosse, who improved a lot this season. They have a new head coach coming in, too. So we'll have a new head coach we'll see for basketball next year. The shot by 27. Score past Owen Hull with 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. And Morris Knolls goes up 2-1. And then you had the hockey team, who had a really good season. 3-0 in the Ice Vault Classic in the holiday tournament. And really knocked off almost everybody they played, except 2 teams. They had problems with 2 teams this year, and they were both interdivision opponents. St. Joseph Montvale, who swept them, but Pope John was close in both games. And Seton Hall Prep. And the Pirates just had the Lions number this year. And it happens sometimes. They swept them in the regular season, kept them out of the Gordon playoffs. And then when they met them in the first round of the state tournament, Seton Hall scored 4 goals in the second period, last 5 minutes, and skated away with a 5-2 victory. So knocked Pope John out of the state tournament that day. And listen, Seton Hall just matched up extremely well with Pope John, It was really, them and St. Joe's, and those are the only 2 teams that the Pope John Lions really had problems with this year. Other than that, they did great. A lot to look forward to for the upcoming year for all the different programs here at Pope John High School. But definitely what we're going to be focusing on in the next few months, once the state tournaments are done, football. Football. And then we're going to throw in some boys and girls soccer as well, along with possibly some field hockey, maybe volleyball, a few other things. D'Alivo in front. The shot. Save by Gordon. Jack Gordon making the save on Aiden D'Alivo there for Morris Knolls with just 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nice save by the Morris Knolls netminder. Off the shot by D'Alivo. He tried a bounce shot there. I'm going to flag on the play. So Pope John's going to start up with it. Clock down to 25 seconds. Gallant with the ball. We're waiting for the referee whistle. Let's see if they don't run out of time. It's 15 seconds now. Now we go. Gallant to Fiore, 6 seconds. Pope John running out of time. Gallant, does he know how much time is on the clock? Fiore, no. And that is the end of the first quarter as the pass went to Wyatt and they ran out of time. Pope John got the first goal of the game, Andrew Gallant, right into the middle of the net. And then Morris Knolls scoring twice to take a 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand after one. We'll be back to Pope John High School right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions JV Lacrosse. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's game as the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles lead the Pope John Lions by a score of 2-1. Teams switch sides now as Morris Knolls defending the right goal on the south side and the Pope John Lions defending the north goal on the left side. Owen Hool in net for Pope John there in the second quarter. Mike Marston taking the draw for the Lions. Ball's on the turf. Trying to scoop it up. And it's taken by Vic Fiore. Here's Fiore up the field on the near side. And then a pass over to Perella. Justin Perella to Vic Fiore. Fiore to Perella. Pass down to Clifford. Just underneath his stick. Over to Perella. Now to Aiden DiOlivo. DiOlivo, the bounce pass. Just past Gallant. Fiore scoops it up. Flag goes down. It's delayed call against Morris Knolls. Here's Perella on the right wing. Now goes over to Fiore. Vic Fiore on the left. He'll slow things down. Again, delayed penalty call against Morris Knolls. Intercepted by number 13, and as he does, whistle blows, and an infraction against the Golden Eagles. Clock under 9 minutes to go, first half. 2-1, Morris Knolls leads over Pope John. As we said during the varsity game, we've got girls lacrosse tomorrow, 5 p.m. from Pope John High School, right here on this field against Immaculata, the home finale for the girls team. And then softball on the softball field Saturday, 11 a.m., also against Immaculata. And then state tournaments next week. As far as scheduling is concerned, softball first round on Tuesday, although I think Pope John may very well get a bye. Gallant with the shot, just missed, wide left, goes out of bounds. So if that's the case, I think there's a girls lacrosse game on the road against Passaic Tech or Passaic Valley on Tuesday. So if there's no if there's no state tournament on Tuesday, that's where we'll go. We'll go to the girls lacrosse game on the road. So it may not be the last time we see them before the state tournament on tomorrow. We'll wait and see. DiOlivo in front. Now the backhand shot by Gallant. He scores. Andrew Gallant behind the back. Beats Jack Gordon. And with 7:35 to go in quarter number 2, the Pope John Lions have tied the score 2-2. Nice shot behind the back by Andrew Gallant. His second of the game. And Pope John dead even now with Morris Knolls. 2-2. So Marston will take the draw. 7:10 remaining here in quarter number 2. On the schedule coming up, too, Wednesday next week, you've got boys and girls lacrosse first round and boys baseball first round. Now, boys lacrosse, I think they're going to get a bye first round. I don't know that for sure yet, so I don't really know. Girls lacrosse, I'm not sure. They've been very well. They've been playing really well lately. Boys baseball, I think they're going to play. Number 25 in, the shot, past Tool on the bounce shot. He scores and gives Morris Knolls the lead right back. The bounce shot beats Hool just inside the right post, and it's 3-2 Morris Knolls. Goal comes with 6:40 remaining in the first half. Number 25 for Morris Knolls scores to make it 3-2. Golden Eagles over the Lions. Marsh still take the draw again against number 18. So, if that's the case, if the boys' baseball team plays first round, we'll cover that on Wednesday. And then second round action on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm out of town. I will not be available for that game. So that's the one day I'll miss. If the lacrosse team does play on Saturday in the second round, we will be back for that. I'm making special arrangements to be able to get back for that. So we'll have coverage of the second round of the state tournament in lacrosse on Saturday, 4 p.m., if Pope John doesn't have a double bye, which they may very well not. They're right now in the rankings, number 5 behind Del Barton, Seton Hall Prep, St. Augustine, and Don Bosco Prep. So, depending on where the rankings are, and then Gil St. Bernard right behind him at 6. So, very possible Pope John could be either 5th or 6th, maybe 4th, but probably 5 or 6. And this with only one loss in the season, 16-1. Here's a shot, but number 17 goes wide left, just missed on the bounce shot. Hull dives to try and get there. He just couldn't. Number 27 was closest. So Morris Knolls will race it back into the field of play. The bounce shot goes wide right, and the Golden Eagles closest. 4:49 to go in the second quarter. So after the calendar switches over to June, that's when things get interesting. Tuesday on June 3rd, I think the third round of lacrosse state tournament. And Pope John, as long as they're still alive in the tournament, will most likely play that day. So we'll be with you for that. And Wednesday, June 4th, I think baseball again. And Thursday, June 5th, softball. After that, it gets down to like the sectional finals and state finals. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what we can cover. And if we have the streaming rights to be able to cover, too, as far as sectional finals are concerned. We'd have to get those for the NJSIAA, which we'll go ahead and request soon. Here's the shot by 17, knocked down, and picked up by Mike Marston. But as I've been saying the past few days on the channel, once the seasons end with the state tournaments, as we have a timeout, once the season ends, don't go anywhere, because this summer we've got a lot of things coming up on the channel. A lot of year-end reviews for the teams that we've covered this year, and a lot of preparation for the 25-26 campaign, starting with football. 3:42 to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Morris Knolls leads Pope John 3-2 in JV action. We'll be back to Pope John High School in the middle of this rainstorm right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, as the rain continues to come down here. It's starting to come down really hard. And it's cold. It's almost falling like sleet. I mean, seriously, the temperature's in the high 40s, so it's not too far away from being sleet. And we're 2 days away from Memorial Day weekend, so you tell me. 3-2 Morris Knolls over Pope John here with 3:42 to go in the second quarter. Andrew Galat with both goals for Pope John, including a nice behind-the-back shot past goalkeeper Jack Gordon. Morris Knolls has 3 goals, and they lead by 1. Here is Evan Wyatt to start things out for Pope John. He got Wyatt, Barella, Hayden Marshall's out there, number 20, along with Connor Clifford, Evan Wyatt. Marshall with it now. Pass over to Vic Fiore. Also, Chris Sabella, number 26. On defensive, Zach Cash and Emilio Barranco and Andrew Jesamaria. Oh, actually, Sutton Fullwood out there. 3:15 to go in the first half. Here's number 8, takes a hit from Perella. Flag on the play. He will race over to the left side. Delayed penalty call against Pope John. And the ball's knocked loose by Evan White. He scoops it up, and now the whistle comes, and the infraction is going to be against Wyatt as he races to the penalty box area. So Morris Knolls, man advantage. 2:40 and counting in the first half. I don't think there's going to be much of a halftime delay, so we're going to stop the feed after halftime, start up a new one, like literally right away. And I wouldn't expect much of a halftime break. With this rain, I think everybody's going to want to get out of here as soon as they can. So it's not going to stop the game or preempt the game, but once halftime hits, I think everybody is in agreement. Get through the initial break as quickly as possible and start it right back up. That's my prediction. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Number 19 with it now. Pass to 27. Knocked down by Cash. Nice play by Zach. And it goes right to Fiore. Vic Fiore waving Fullwood out of the way as he races up the near side. Now comes back to the middle. Turns around. Coming right near number 25. He stays in bounds. No, he doesn't. Steps just on the line, and now Morris Knolls will take over. Minute 30 to go and counting. 3-2 Golden Eagles lead over the Lions. It's number 25. 25 racing to the middle of the field. Over to number 18. Pass across, the bounce shot, score. Number 32 bounces it in past Toole, just inside the left post. And it's 4-2 Morris Knolls. The goal comes with 1:10 remaining in the first half. 4-2 Morris Knolls on the goal by number 32. So now Marston back out for the draw for Pope John. Perella on the near side. Connor Clifford on the far side. You got number 18 taking the face-off for Morris Knolls. Clock down to 35 seconds. Here we go. Ball still on the turf. Finally scooped up by number 21. It's knocked over. Marston with the steal. Mike Marston, he'll push it forward. The ball's on the turf. Marshall picks it up. And it's taken away by Jack Gordon, the goalie for Morris Knolls. The pass upfield with 10 seconds to go. Number 3 with it. Takes a big hit from Jacob Post. Now the pass into 32. It's on the turf. He rushes it forward to number 25. He scoops it up. The shot, late. It bounces over the crossbar. It wouldn't have counted anyway. We are at the half. It's 4-2 Morris Knolls over Pope John. We'll take a break. We'll start up a new feed. I would say the clock shows 10 minutes. I think they're just setting up for the third quarter. So just come on right back. I'm going to start up a new feed right away here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Halftime at Pope John High School, 4-2 Morris Knolls over Pope John. Come right back.